Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to be a film by director J.J. Abrams and co-writer Chris Terrio that will introduce new types of Jedi, Sith, and Force lore that the fans have never seen before in a live-action Star Wars movie. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that the upcoming trailer is getting closer and closer, as well as the official release come December 19th of this year that's going to conclude the Skywalker saga in a unique way by director J.J. Abrams. Now, on top of all this, we do know that Episode 9 is going to take a lot of different chances and risks, while also introducing many different nostalgic pieces in this movie. Now, on top of all this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's said that Rey is traveling to a place called the Land of the Forbidden, which is said to be a place full of Sith ruins, where Rey is said to be on a journey of discovering new truths related to the dark side and the light side of the Force. It's explained that in this particular scene, Rey is said to come across one of the ancient shrines of the Sith that is said to date back to the Old Republic era and Disney's way of introducing a brand new Sith Lord, where it's explained that the statue of this new Sith Lord is dubbed as Darth Razu. It's explained that the shrine of Darth Razu has him holding a crossguard lightsaber just like Kylo Ren's in the form of a sculpture, where the other saber in his other hand is said to be, and is actually described to be, a lightsaber blade that ignites a blade like a tuning fork. Now, it's actually explained that this Sith Lord had a Force power that would allow him to control other Force users to do certain things under his own control, as long as they had a drop of darkness within them. It's explained that this Sith Lord in particular is said to be introduced in the upcoming books and or novels in 2020, as well by Disney, that will explore the Old Republic further, where The Rise of Skywalker will likely introduce him as a reference in, of course, this movie. Now, what's really interesting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is, of course, going to really introduce all these new types of Jedi, Sith, and Force lore that fans have never seen before on the big screen. Now, I want to go over Darth Razu. Now, this particular character, it sounds sinister in my opinion. It sounds like a Dark Lord of the Sith, so very interesting by name, but the other thing that I do want to go over is his power. Now, his power is actually said to have the ability to actually control other Force-sensitive individuals that at least have a drop of darkness within them. Now, this character actually is actually said to have lived throughout the Old Republic era. We do know that Disney and Lucasfilm want to introduce that, Old Republic era in, of course, The Rise of Skywalker, introducing it in that actual movie, and of course the upcoming books and novels, etc. So, this particular scenario also allows Rey to realize that the shrine of Darth Razu has him holding a crossguard lightsaber, very much like Kylo Ren's, as well as another lightsaber hilt that ignites a blade like a tuning fork. Now, that could very well be in reference to Rey's new double-bladed red lightsaber in the form of a vision, where it's actually a tuning fork design where it snaps down into a double blade. So it could just be something like that Darth Razu is actually wielding in the form of a sculpture. Now, the Old Republic era, like I say, guys, we do know that this is going to be heavily explored throughout the year of 2020 in the forms of books, novels, you name it, as well as, of course, other forms of canon material such as comic books. Now, Disney and Lucasfilm, they're trying to introduce all these different Sith Lords and Jedi in the forms of shrines and sculptures, you name it, in order to really give us an idea of what's to come in the future. Now, we do know that the fourth Star Wars trilogy is going to have a lot of connections to The Rise of Skywalker, and this by far could very well be a big hint that the new trilogy will be based over in the Old Republic era. Now, the other piece that I do want to go over about Darth Razu is it's actually explained that he has a crossguard saber. Now, that actually tells us that the crossguard saber designs have been around for a very long time, obviously. We saw Ezra Bridger picking one up in Star Wars Rebels that ignited a green blade. And it's very interesting because, we do know that this movie is going to introduce all of the ancient Sith, Jedi, and of course, Force lore as a whole that's going to be used as a way to evolve the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren from start to finish of this movie. And with this character Darth Razu, like I say, we do know that all these different Sith Lords that will be further explained in 2020 and other canon material. The Rise of Skywalker is literally a movie that's being used as a foundation to create new Star Wars lore, which honestly I think is a healthy thing by Disney and Lucasfilm. I think that this is a step in the right direction to really give us, new canon material in one movie in the forms of references that's going to be further explored in other canon material next year and potentially for the new Star Wars trilogy by, of course, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, which is another exciting aspect of course, Star Wars and where that's going to go and what that's going to entail. And we can already tell that JJ loves Legends. It's exactly why he's incorporating a lot of lore like this into Episode 9. So on top of all this, guys, let me know what you think about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.